because we practice it. Our ship is aflame. Battleship in the distance. Battleship did not hold rise in boldness. Our ship is aflame.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Hey, what's going on, fellow captains? It's Muse. So, are you ready for the golden showers? Because we definitely have them. So, we're going to be in Colbert, and this is going to be a game on Haven. I know a lot of people hate Haven. Haven is an ideal map for a flanking cruiser. Anything that likes to kite, flank, any of those kind of things, this is a really good map for it. And we're going to demonstrate why. This is not the ideal map for battleships. And these battleships are going to pay. So yeah, as you can see, we start off on this left flank. And this is probably the most ideal spawn to be in a French cruiser built for kiting. Lots of open water. Open water in kiting ships is just a glorious thing. And we're going to push it right off the bat.
We must be free. Not because
You're
we
going to see
claim
me pop
freedom,
my speed
but
boost
because we
really early
practice it.
here. I want to get out on that edge as fast as possible. I want to get spots for these two guys that are with me. And I want to draw fire. We're going to draw a lot of fire this game. I wish at the end of battles they would tell you like how much potential damage you tanked. But anytime people see the Colbert, it's a ship that immediately gets focused. I can't tell you how many games I've had in this thing where it just gets the attention of the whole enemy team. People know it's a very nasty little ship, and they want it gone, and especially battleships. Battleships cannot stand seeing Colberts. And we're going to show you why. So initially, I didn't know if I wanted to open fire on this Yamato. I didn't know what was over here on this flank, but I go ahead and open on him anyway. Had the island to block the first couple salvos. Then I'm spotted by the cruiser coming off the corner there. We're going to make a turnout, but we're just going to absolutely dump on this Yamato while we're doing it. Already setting fires, already burning him up. He's in trouble. He's out in the middle of the map in a Yamato. We have the Zhao over here. And a Heisen. So we're going to take some pot shots at the Zhao. Put him on notice. We're out here doing things. Take some pot shots at the Kerr first. And you can see we've already kind of broke this flank. Like, they're already falling back. Our guys are too, but at least nobody's pushing this flank. Yamato's looking very unhealthy out there. We're going to go ahead and try to help finish him off. And we end up with the first blood on him.
Their battleship did not hold.
Back to the Zhao, keep him on notice. We're kind of on the edge of our gun range here, so we're just going to use the gun range to go dark. And we get it right there, but Zhao already had a salvo on the way. Try to duck that, but it catches my back deck, but since we're dark, we just go ahead and DC it. I'm going to turn back around and start coming back in. Part of what you want to be doing when you're playing kiting cruisers is not just using the kiting to get damage, but using it to draw fire. I've talked about this in several other videos. You want to be a tank, and you want to draw fire. You just don't want to take big hits from that fire. You're going to see me make a mistake here in a little bit against Kerr first. When we go against him, I lose track of the timing of his salvos, and I leave myself open to a big shot. You have to be very aware of who's firing at you, when they fired, how long they have till they have a reload up, what angles to cover. There's a lot of math going on when you're kiting a cruiser, especially if you're in traffic and there's a lot going on. So we're going to come back in here. We're going to close this distance up. We're going to get asked to put some fire on this Heisen, which we are 100% going to do. Right there, Alaska says, hey, can you hit this guy? So I say, yep, we can do that. Mr. Heisen's going to get the golden shower treatment. Now, I'm broadside when I open fire, but I knew it was going to take a second to get his guns on me, to be able to get shots off, and then the travel time of the shells, so I knew I would be vertical by the time the shells get here. HE anyway, so didn't matter. That would have been a big hit probably if it was AP, just because the distance would have gone through my deck.
Repairs complete.
Fires his back salvo of HE, and now he's most likely going to switch to AP. So we have to be really careful going forward here. As you can see, we are cooking him up though. He is not enjoying life over there, and he's definitely hating me. So I can guarantee you almost anything coming out of his guns is going to be put our direction. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, there's a little indicator that tells you what direction, what orientation your ship is in. I use that a lot when I'm kiting to understand what angle I'm presenting to somebody. The angle you're at when they fire is going to really dictate where those shells are going to go, especially if they're using the auto aim. So you can kind of almost even use that to play with people. Takes some shot at the daring, but he's 17 kilometers out, so as lofty as these shells are, we have little chance of hitting that, but we're still going to take them anyway. So we've knocked out that Yamato that came through the mid. We've knocked out the Heisen on this edge. Zhao has broken and run.
Press on.
So now we're just going to push the advantage on this flank. We can see them coming around on our far flank, but we still have all of our ships, and there's people there to defend that cap. So I'm not too worried about the cap at this point, and I feel like the play is going to be pushing this flank and pushing around on them. And so they're dealing with all that incoming traffic on the other side there, so we're not going to have a whole lot of help with this Kerr first, which is going to leave us to take most of his HP. We are coming straight in at him. There's still enough distance, I feel confident enough to dodge, and being he's backing up, I don't want him to get out of range, so I want to keep pushing in for now. As you can see, we're just keeping the constant barrage of fire on him.
Cruiser in view.
And this is going to be the ship I make my mistake against. Now, to be fair to me, there is a lot going on with the tracers here, between the tracers coming off the battleship in front of me, between my tracers. It's really hard to see at this point what's coming out of his ship when he fires his guns. There's just so much going on the screen right now. I'm able to see he fires that salvo at the ship in front of me. And I'm going to open up to get all my guns here, but I'm going to lose track of the timing of when I need to start going vertical again, and he is going to get a nice little smack into me. It was just a combination of all the activity on screen and losing track of when he last fired. So that was a mental mistake on my part, and that's things you have to be very aware of in a kiting cruiser. Like, literally one mistake can take you out of the game. Had this been like an American battleship that Heisen, it could have been a dev strike. There, we're gonna get our witherer on Kerr first, and just keeping up that nasty barrage of fire on him. We have the Zhao over by the cap. And I believe this is where I get smacked, yeah. Just lost track of his fire there. Take a big hit. But I have some heals.
Their battleship is
We are up
forward
big
as
time
normal.
on ships.
Repairs complete.
For as long as I've been kiting and as long as I've been firing, taking one hit this game really isn't that bad. Like, I've been engaged almost from the get-go. There is the one time I kited to the back of the map and then immediately re-engaged. So it's just been almost non-stop on the gas pedal this match, between firing, kiting, angling, dodging, ducking. It has just been a very continuous gas pedal 100% of the way. And I've been on the other end of the golden showers, and it's pretty terrifying, especially when you're in a battleship and there's just nothing you can do. You're caught in the open. There's nowhere to hide, and you're just constantly getting that yellow stream just dumped all over you. Been there, done it. I think yellow is probably one of the most popular tracer colors for Colbert. The way to get yellow is going to be the Lady Liberty guys, because it's usable on the American or the French ships. And the golden shower memes are pretty hilarious, so why not? So Zal's gone, everybody's gone except for these last two ships back in our cap. We could have just drove into the cap and started out capping them, but instead we're gonna play for blood. I'm not sure if you saw me, I hesitated for a moment. I thought about just going to the cap and just taking the win, out capping them, but then I was like, no, we're playing for blood. Everybody's getting the golden shower. Here we go ahead, start opening up on Bourgogne, start our golden shower process. You can see he's got torps coming, and he is done for. And then it's Schroeder's turn for a golden shower. He was doing some throttle jockeying back there, so it's going to take a second before the shells actually start catching up with his movements. But once it does, he's not going to have a very good day back there. And yeah, we're just going to come out here and just keep those guns on him and just don't. We are not going to get this kill, but broke through that flank, came back through the middle of the map. We did quite a bit this battle. And that's going to be all I have for you. I appreciate you. I will catch you next time, fellow captains. Good hunting, fair seas, take care, and hope you enjoyed the golden shower.